Hello and welcome to the Art Hitman. I'm Perry McCants and today I'm going to show you how to draw Knuckles from Sonic. Let's do a line top to bottom. And please help me get 50 likes and 30 comments for these how to draw videos. Now, let's go ahead and divide the page in half. Horizontally. Now for this we want Knuckles' head to be in this square over here, so it's in the upper right. Let's go ahead and start with a simple circle. And this is all dealing with placement of the circle and placement of shapes where we want things to be. His body, we want to have come slightly past the center point, which is right here. Once we got that established, we can go ahead and put his leg in. His leg that's coming forward is going to be in the lower right hand, the lower right side of the page. Stop it here so we can get his foot in there. Now his right arm is going to be in the upper left side of the page. Now we go ahead and put his gloves in, so that way we can determine how much of the glove is going to take up the left side of the page. And I'll use a square shape here, a rectangular shape here, and his arms are just lines that go into his body, here and here. Now his other leg is going to come under, and it's going to be in the lower right side. And it's going to come back. You're going to repeat that shape by coming right next to it and making a parallel shape as his leg is bending. And his foot's going to be pretty close to where his hand is, so let's block his foot in. And to make sure the foot is even with the other foot, let's go ahead and measure that. Take your index and your thumb, and we're going to bring that about here. So now we have an idea of how big we want to make both, make sure that both his feet match. All right. Now, what we want to do is start off with his facial features. So let's go ahead and put a line in where the circle is. Have it come up to the top, then have a line come down. Now we're going to put a line, a horizontal line. So we got a vertical and horizontal line for his face, so we know where everything is. Now on this part of it, the lower part of the right side, we're going to put his mouth in. It's going to come up and then go around, just like this. And we can put his nose at the point of that. And it's just an arc shape that comes in. Now, for his eyes, we can have his eye come in almost to the top of his head, but not quite, and then come down. The top of his head is going to come in. It's going to have a little peak in the front, so the peak's going to go right here and come around. So if you notice, I went up and around and met it at the nose. Then he has a shape that comes up and around, which is almost like an eyebrow, and it stops here. So it's an arc, like a C shape. Now, whenever we do any of the characters from Sonic, their eyes, that just usually comes forward. So you could just have a half of an oval come in just like that. Real simple and real quick. And he has a slight smirk. So it's going to come in the upper corner here. And then his mouth's going to come down to about here. Now, he has what looks like dreads or long locks of hair. So the first one's going to come over and go up just like this. Because he's running, I want it to look like he's running pretty fast. So this plays a role, and you want this first lock to come in like this into where the edge of the circle is. second one is going to come in the center behind his fist, and it's going to kind of be straight. So, and put it lightly as you can without going too heavy. Third one's going to be right beneath that, behind the fist. And then the fourth one's going to come down behind his arm. Alright, so now we're going to come into his body. We're going to sketch his body in, and we go a little darker for this. And then have his arm come down like so. He has a tail that kind of comes up, and then it curves over, just like this. And we can have it follow down, or fall down right into his leg. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put his glove in. His glove is just off of this shape, just like I did here. Come in. And then we're gonna put his thumb in. His thumb is gonna come around like this and go back in. At this point, you can be as rough and as loose as you wanna be. It helps your speed, and it helps you draw with more accuracy without being too nervous. And then he has spikes that come out of his glove, so we're gonna put one spike here and another one right here. On his chest, he has an arc, or what looks like a half moon shape here. So we can just drop that in. And it's just an arc that comes up and comes to a point, comes right back down. All right, so now we've gotten to his sneakers. For his sneakers, he has a border here, and that can be a rectangular shape. Sketch it in really quick. Put the back of the heel of the sneaker in, and then put the base of the sneaker in, which is right about here. It's not going to be too thick. And he has what looks like shoestrings, but they're not. So what we're going to do is put a half oval shape and rectangle shape here. We're gonna put 3 ellipses here, 1 or 3 ovals, 2 and then 3. And these kind of protrude out of his sneaker. And put lines next to them just like that. Just as simple as I did it, it's the same way you can repeat the same exact thing. And then he has 2 lines that come over just like this. And that's it. Now we're gonna do his Now we're going to do his left leg. And he has repeating the same thing here is a rectangular shape. And we're going to try and match that shape as much as possible. So you can eyeball it to try and see how close you can get it to match it. Then put the edge of his sneaker in. Let's sketch the base of his sneaker in. For the front, have line come up and then go back. And we're going to do the same thing we did here. We're going to put a rectangular shape with curves on the edges, and 3 oval shapes, 1, 2, and then 3, and put lines on them just like this. And at any time, if you need to pause the video to catch up, feel free to do so. That way everybody's speed is not the same, so feel free to catch up if you need to. Now the final 2 lines is going to be here and then here. And of course, this is rough. So what I'm going to do, if you've drawn along with me up to this point, you've just drawn Knuckles from Sonic. And of course, I want to go ahead and clean up the lines, make it look all nice and neat. And at the end, you can feel free to pause it and take a look at it and study if you need to do so.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe by clicking this round button at the bottom. Also, click one of the 2 videos at the top. Please like this video, tell a friend, and share it on Facebook. Thank you.
The Art Hitman.